You have to admit that the idea was sound. A brand new Spider-Man game with no movie ties or pesky continuity issues, free to tell an original story set in the Spideyverse with original, acrobatic gameplay. Sadly, Spider-Man Web of Shadows takes a great idea and never capitalizes on it thanks to repetitive combat, lame quests, and worst of all, a completely meaningless and bland story.
Everyone is getting out. S.H.I.E.L.D. has a beacon to repel the symbiotes. We'll open a safe corridor.
The game's plot revolves around a rather routine battle with Venom, the black-suited symbiote we all know and love. A chunk of his suit leaps onto Spider-Man, giving him access to his own black suit, complete with a new set of abilities. This also leads to the game's thrust, making moral choices as good Spidey or bad Spidey. See, whereas normal Peter Parker's a nice guy, the symbiote makes him all evil and moody. He can do what he wants, he can make the bad choice. So lots of times in this game you'll be presented with options on what path you want to take. For example, when Wolverine gets infected with a symbiote, he comes up to you, you have to fight him, and after you beat him, you're given two choices. Make the good choice and be good Spider-Man, and Wolverine stabs himself to get rid of the symbiote. However, decide to be evil, and Spider-Man raises Wolverine over his head and seemingly rips the guy in half.
I'll kill you for this.
And when quests amount to kill 5 thugs, the game never really explains why any of this is happening. The game's not a complete loss, however. For one, Spider-Man's web-slinging and combat look great, and swinging around the city is as fun as ever. Holding the shoulder button will throw out a web and attach to whatever building's nearby. Meanwhile, you can just tap the same button to do a little web zip and shoot out forward. Using face buttons, you can modify your swing to go faster, you can double jump in the air, you can run along sides of buildings, and pretty much everything you'd expect a man-spider to be able to do, you can too. The combo system's visually appealing too, with lots of linkable special moves that can chain forever thanks to the new Spider-Sense lock-on system. So why isn't this game awesome? Well, for all its bells and whistles, the combat system is pretty much just button mashing. When I needed to steamroll enemies, it was just face button after face button until the job was finished. Whether it was a crazy black tendril or just some punches to the head, I mean, it got the job done and I never really cared what move I was doing. Also, Web of Shadows is pretty repetitive. Actually, it's infuriatingly repetitive. See, Luke Cage or any of the other NPCs who show up will teach you a move and then force you to do it a dozen times. Then they'll send you out to kill a few thugs with that move, then you come back, learn the next move, and have to go out again.
Come on now. Don't quit on me.
Even after you've learned all your moves, you're still just going to have to go out on these missions, which are kill X number of these people, stop X number of this thing, go protect X number of S.H.I.E.L.D. mission cars. It's not that much fun. Sure, skateboarding on an enemy looks cool the first time you see it, but battles stretch on forever. When the Kingpin's goons showed up to take out some gang leaders, I was forced to do the hop, zip, kick attack more than 30 times as I went from one sniper to the next around the perimeter of a park. That wasn't fun. It gets old pretty fast. Web of Shadows is a game that had a lot of chances for greatness, but fell short every time. All of its flaws could be forgiven if the story made sense or was really appealing, but that doesn't really happen. Still, there's fun to be had in swinging and exploring, and some of the good and evil choices are worth replaying to see, because I mean, they are B-movie bad quality.
Doesn't that hurt?
Yeah, like hell. I'll be with you in a minute.
For the full review, check out IGN.com.